Our friends over at Powered 4 TV are giving listeners to this podcast an incredible 50% off your first month when you sign up to powered4.tv and use the promo code JONNERS. Powered 4 TV are one of the leading on-demand streaming services in the UK, with tons of shows from over 20 wrestling promotions from around the UK and the US, including TNT Extreme, Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, DNA Pro Wrestling, Full Force Wrestling, Ignite Wrestling, and so many more. There's also plenty more to enjoy, including an incredible archive of classic matches, live layers with William Eva, podcasts, and so much more. Sign up to Powered 4 TV today and save 50% off your first month. Just use the promo code JONNERS.
Hey folks, welcome to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. This is the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network podcast. Just want to say, if you like what you've been hearing here on my YouTube channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I'm looking to get to 300 subscribers at about 230 now. So again, if you like what you hear, we have content coming all the time. We have great content already on the channel, more great content on the way. So if you like what you hear here on the channel, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network channel, please kindly hit that subscribe button. Please make me a happy person. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, so the New Beginning USA 2021, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the New Beginning USA 2021 has come and gone. Main event was Jon Moxley defending the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship against the #1 contender, KENTA. Now, this match we've been waiting for such a long time. Of course, because of the COVID restrictions, Moxley not able to travel to Japan to defend the title. So we've been waiting and waiting for this match to happen. KENTA carrying around the briefcase to indicate that he's the #1 contender for the IWGP US Heavyweight title. He actually even had a match defending it, which he won. I think it was against Satoshi Kojima, if I'm not mistaken. And but we finally get the match. After the long wait, we finally get the match, and I will tell you, it was worth the wait. This was a great main event between two great stars of professional wrestling, and man, they delivered big time. Moxley and KENTA delivered big time. It could have gone either way. The match could have gone either way, and the both wrestlers, KENTA and Moxley, did a great job in making the fans feel that the match could have gone either way. There was one point where I thought KENTA was going to tap out Moxley towards the end of the match, but Moxley able to get to the ropes. KENTA calling for his finisher, and he almost hit it, and it could have gone either way. It could have gone either way, but in the end, Jon Moxley hits the Death Rider DDT on KENTA and retains the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship. But this match was fantastic. There were so many great bumps in this match. KENTA climbing to the top turnbuckle while Moxley is lying on a table and elbow drops him through a table, which was a great spot. KENTA DDT Moxley onto a briefcase. So KENTA hit some really hard spots on Moxley, but Moxley able to come back and eventually, as I said, hit that low rider DDT, and he successfully defends the IWGP US title and against KENTA, of course. But like I said, KENTA, a few points I thought KENTA was going to be able to hit the go to sleep. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to. Unfortunately for KENTA, he wasn't able to. And I thought KENTA was going to take the title. I'll be honest, when the match was first announced and when the match started, I thought KENTA was going to take the title. I thought this whole reason for the match was for KENTA to get the U.S. title back into Japan. But I was wrong. I think the there's a good bet that the partnership between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling was a big factor in Moxley being able to keep the title, because now Moxley is able to defend the title in the U.S. Because prior to that agreement, excuse me, prior to that agreement, Moxley was not able to wrestle in the U.S. unless it was for AEW. But now that they have the agreement in place, Moxley is able now to wrestle for New Japan Pro Wrestling in the U.S. So I'm sure we'll see Moxley on future editions of New Japan Strong until the COVID restrictions have been lifted, and then Moxley will be heading back to Japan. I think that makes perfect sense, and it just benefits the fans because now the fans are going to see more of Moxley in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And you think who is he going to defend his belt against next? You know, right now, if it's New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong, it could be against Brody King, it could be against TJP, it could be against ACH. So there are a lot of possibilities there. Could be a rematch against Kenta. So there are a lot of possibilities there for Moxley to defend the New Japan Pro Wrestling US Heavyweight Championship in the US. And I'm sure we're going to see it down the road. I'm sure we're going to see it down the road. And I'm just happy that we're going to see more Jon Moxley. I shouldn't say we are, but I'm just happy that there's a good chance we're going to see more of Jon Moxley wrestling for New Japan Pro Wrestling in the USA under this new agreement. So, and I would think that, you know, it would just make sense for him to defend the title a few more times. We're not going to see him every week. We'll see him. I would say if the agreement allows him to wrestle more here in the U.S., which I think it should, because otherwise we wouldn't have seen this match. I think we're going to see him defend the title maybe one or two more times on New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong, which is available on New Japan World if you don't subscribe. Again, if that agreement wasn't in place, where Moxley would be able to wrestle in the U.S. For a promotion other than AEW, that's why I would think he would have lost the title here, and Kenta would have brought the title back to Japan. But that not being the case, Moxley retains, and I fully expect to see Moxley defending the title one or two more times on New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong here in the USA. Okay, so next match, there was another match that I thought was really, really good. Ren Narita against Chris Dickinson. I absolutely love Ren Narita. Ren Narita is going to be a megastar, and this match was just a hard-hitting affair, very aggressive match. Both guys very aggressive. Narita's chest was beat red, as was Dickinson's. They both hit with each other with really stiff shots, it appeared. And Narita showing a really hard-hitting, aggressive side, which I absolutely loved. And Narita gets the win over Dickinson. Narita locks on a modified, it was like a modified Texas Cloverleaf, and taps out Chris Dickinson. And the announcers were calling it an upset. I thought from the beginning Narita was going to win the match. I didn't think it was an upset. I thought Narita was going to win the match over Dickinson. I know Narita, former Young Lion, he's in the U.S. now on excursion, working at the LA dojo. So I thought this would have been a big win for Narita. And I thought right when the match started, I think Narita's going to win this match. And I was right. I was right on this one. Ren Narita wins the match, taps out Chris Dickinson, and just an incredible encounter. And as I said, once Narita's excursion is over and he heads back to Japan, he's going to be an absolute megastar. And this guy has it, man. He has it. He was one of my favorite young lions of all time. And him and Shota Umino, who is actually on excursion now in the UK. But Ren Narita, man. And I mentioned on my Impact Wrestling podcast, which I do on the Impact Lounge. It's called Shooting Up North. I mentioned that now the Impact Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling seem to be working together. If I was Impact Wrestling, if I was Scott D'Amore, if I was Don Callis, I would send an email to the New Japan Pro Wrestling higher ups requesting that they allow Ren Narita to work in to work in Impact Wrestling, because Lord knows Impact Wrestling needs some new young talent, and I think Ren Narita will fit that bill. It will be temporary, of course, because as I said, he's on excursion, and once that excursion is over, he's going to head over to Japan to become what I think a megastar. But I think it would benefit Impact Wrestling if they requested that Ren Narita be able to come into Impact Wrestling and wrestle for 2 or 3 months. It would be great. So I think the Impact Wrestling fans will love it. I mean, I would love it, and it would definitely give a new fresh feel to Impact Wrestling, because they need some new fresh stars, and Ren Narita coming in for a couple of months to Impact Wrestling would be, I think, be fantastic. But bottom line, Ren Narita, terrific talent, and this was a great match. Highly recommend this match. I recommend the whole show. If you haven't seen the whole show, highly recommend the whole show. Even the opening match was fantastic. Brody King against ACH against the Regal Twins. I'm sorry, Brody King, ACH, and the Regal Twins. They didn't wrestle each other. They were a team taking on the LA Dojo Young Lions, the DKC, Kevin Knight, Clark Connors. Clark Connors, incredible talents, in my opinion. The best young lion right now working at the LA Dojo, and their partner TJP, another fantastic talent. And this was a terrific match. This was a terrific opening match. Clark Connors, Kevin Knight, always bringing the fire. The DKC, I believe, is a newer young lion, and he looked really good. And I don't need to explain how great TJP is. So it was a great team, and it was a great opening match. Lots of fast-paced action, but in the end, Brody King, ACH, and the Regal Twins were victorious as they defeated the Young Lions and TJP. But the whole show was terrific. The whole show was terrific. I loved it from start to finish. And bottom line, Jon Moxley is still the IWGP US Heavyweight Champion, and we're gonna have to wait to see what's next for Jon Moxley in the IWGP US Heavyweight title. And until that happens, I'm gonna say thank you very much. I am your host, Lewis Carlin. This is the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network podcast. And until next time, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.